Yellowstone National Park is an incredible reminder of how beautiful our planet is, while simultaneously showing us how precious life is. Beneath the welcoming views is a supervolcano that's due for an eruption, and when it does erupt, it's speculated that it could reshape our entire planet. Although this supervolcano comes to mind when thinking about Yellowstone, in recent years there's been a number of strange sightings across the national park, going into detail about strange creatures living in the area. It's important to note that park rangers and officials have debated these reports, but this hasn't stopped people from coming forward with their sightings, and it seems that each year more and more of these encounters are being reported, which has led some amateur researchers to suggest that there's more going on inside national parks across the United States than what officials are letting on. Just recently, this photograph was shared around social media, and it was taken by Mr. Davis. It detailed he was testing out a long-range camera that he'd just received for his birthday when he noticed something in the distance. He said the following: "I've been playing around with long-lens photography since I received my camera. First, I have to say that I'm certainly no pro, but while at Yellowstone back in January, I think I captured something strange in one of my distance shots. I was able to zoom in on a strange figure in the distance, but it wasn't until I got a good look that something seemed off. This individual was huge, and this was made more obvious when I compared them to the nearby tree line. I was really confused about what I was seeing, so I wanted to make sure that I took some photographs as evidence. I often travel to national parks and I've been to a number of them across the United States, but this is the first time that I've seen something like this. I'm not sure what it was that I encountered that day. Perhaps it was just a large hiker, but I've never seen someone built like this. Even the arms looked much longer than the average humans." End quote. The man in question seemed confused about the whole situation, replying to comments saying that if this was a person they were easily over 7 foot tall, while also noting that there wasn't anyone else in the area at the time of the sighting. Oddly enough, this isn't the first time that someone has come forward with this type of encounter. For years now, hikers in national parks have come forward with strange sightings, detailing that they've encountered large creatures roaming around in the dense regions of the United States, saying that they don't match anything that they've seen before. This has led to a number of people opening up about their own encounters, and strangely many of them are very similar. The United States currently has 62 different protected areas labelled national parks. The first and maybe most recognisable is Yosemite National Park, along with the Great Smoky Mountains, Yellowstone, Zion and the Rocky Mountains. One national park ranger recently took to social media to reveal what they know, saying that they worked for the National Park Service for over 10 years, and within that span they got a slightly better understanding of the strange goings-on. They said the following: "I worked for the National Park Service for over 10 years, and I'd like to think that spending so much time outdoors gives my comments more weight. The majority of disappearances can actually be quite easily explained. Many people that go missing are beginners and do not have enough experience to be hiking on some of the more advanced trails. It's not uncommon to become dehydrated very quickly. It's one of the reasons why people who are not found by nighttime are more likely to never be found. Most national parks across the US hit high temperatures, and if you've been out in these for over 8 hours, you're more likely to get yourself in danger, especially if you're someone who doesn't have the correct supplies and knowledge about the area you're in. With that being said, there are definitely circumstances that can't be explained by using usual patterns, and there's some that do remain a mystery. We've had cases where people will be a minute or so from their campsite and they'll vanish into thin air, with friends and family members not being able to locate them even though they'd only been seen a few minutes prior. These are the ones that people find most interesting, mainly because we have nothing to go by. I've definitely heard stories of strange things being witnessed around national parks, with one incident being that of a group of men who claimed they saw a large humanoid close to their camp they were staying in. Park officials went to investigate, but couldn't find any concrete proof of there being such an entity. Many of these reports happen during the nighttime when visibility is not great, and due to things like darkness and shadows it can make it look like there's something much larger out there, when in reality it could just be a hiker or someone playing a prank. I've heard hikers tell others to be careful of people who don't look like they're hiking, and that they may be out there to be on the lookout for people. In recent years, various young adults have gone missing from national parks, and this is why people have been told to be careful of people who don't look like they're hiking. Except for that, there's been a lot of theories but not much evidence to back them up. There's some that believe that humanoids live in these regions and that they're responsible for some of the disappearances. There's some who claim that national parks are haunted, but as of right now we've found no evidence of a large humanoid or ghostly apparition being responsible for these disappearances. The only conclusive answer we can come up with is that people are disappearing under mysterious circumstances, and we are yet to understand why this happens." End quote. So what do you make of this strange photograph, and what do you think this hiker captured? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.